Simple Living 1980s live. Nighthawk. Cupcake. How the hell can they take the likes away? Cupcake, did you hit the like button? Sherry says it's me. Williams. I just seen 2 likes disappear. Thank you, Nighthawk. Thank you, Lana. Yeah, Lisa. We had hamburgers and salad tonight. Edgy's in there watching a movie. I'm not for sure what she's watching, but she's into it. Sherry, Edgy didn't beat the dog. I broke Edgy's back window out last week by hauling cedars up here. We got to have it replaced. So Journey today decided when she was going down the hill, jumped out the back glass and came back up here to camp. I don't know how long Journey was up here, but Edgy came back about 5 minutes later. And Edgy corrected Journey's behavior is what, she did. And Journey yelped a few times because he's a puppy. So they run with stuff like that for them to have content to try to make us look bad. You too, Jay. Yeah, they're just trying to make content off of us to try to make us look bad. Dogs will get disciplined. That's going to happen when they're puppies. It's just, they turn a molehill into a mountain. Cynthia. I would have done the thing, Sherry, I would have done the same thing. I would have swatted him right on his ass like she did. If you don't correct that behavior, what do you think's going to happen? Mr. Brown? Exactly, Cupcake. Exactly, Cupcake. Exactly. It'd be like if he jumped up here and he grabbed my food, you're going to hear him yelp because I guarantee you I'm going to pop him on his freaking snout for doing that. That way he knows not to do that next time. So they can do what they want to do for them to have content. It doesn't affect me. I was watching a lady on YouTube the other day, and she's a famous person on YouTube. She got a big following, and she got little ankle biters. And she had this dog. You know, they got a nice house. Well, this dog, you know, took a poop on her carpet, and she was talking about how she, disciplined the dog by spanking its ass. The window's getting fixed Monday. I was gonna get the window fixed yesterday, but the place has already ordered the window. They're just trying to get us into their schedule, and they can't get us in till Monday. But another place I was gonna go to, they wanted $50 more, so we decided to wait till Monday. Texas proud. That's what I said, Sherry. You didn't hear me, but that's what I said. We were supposed to get the window fixed last week, but they ordered the wrong damn window. Well, people on this app think that if you discipline your dog, it's abuse. I've never agreed with disciplining or spanking my kids, but my kids have gotten their ass beat. Haven't got it beat. They have gotten split. They have gotten spankings by dad's bare hand for correcting their behavior when they went too far with it. So, and I think we all have growing up. We've been disciplined. We've gotten our ass, spanked. It's just today's ages. We live in a society where they want to call anything abuse, especially animal control anymore. It's unbelievable. And anybody that's had a dog or a bigger dog, they've disciplined that dog. You know, one way or another, they have disciplined that dog where they yelp. They just play the victim card where it's abuse. You know, Journey's been doing this thing where Journey's nibbling. And what I've always done with my dogs, and I know I'm not the only one, there's lots of you guys have done this too, is I'll take my thumb and I'll stick it inside his mouth like you would be holding a fish. And what I do is just hold down on his tongue. And not that it hurts the dog, you know this. But he does this, yawns up a little bit, and it gives him an uncomfortable feeling. That's how I always got my dogs from nipping. Well, I did that with Edgy. She freaked out on me. She thought it was hurting the dog.
It does.
It does not hurt the dog.
Well, he's young, and if he twists, he could break his jaw.
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I'm just telling you. How many people's ever put their thumb in their dog's mouth to stop them from nibbling on them?
None.
How many people in the chat's ever had a dog? That's why your name's Problem Child. Yep, some dogs are really headstrong. You're exactly right. Some dogs are really headstrong. Some dogs are really headstrong. Yeah, Tommy. I used to nibble on the blue heeler's ear that I had, and it wasn't even nibble. I would just put a little pressure on him when he was nibbling on me to let him know what it feels like. But just don't do that on social media because they call that abuse. There's a lot of tricks that people use that some people don't. Connie? Yeah, I've seen people training dogs with shock collars that were harsh. It would break my heart because if that dog didn't do what they wanted them to do, they would fucking use that shock collar on them. Yeah, some people do call everything abuse because that's how soft our society has gotten with people. And that's exactly why a lot of kids are out of control too, because there's no correction to their behavior. Of course, Connie. It's okay for him. Connie. He gets trolled too, like I do, but he got a really strong team, Connie, and they know what they do. It's hard to discourage his team, Connie, like it is my people, because I'm a small fish. He's a big fish. I'm a small fish. So, Connie, he's gonna be able to do that. He gives people entertainment. I don't know what entertainment he gives people, but they love what he does. So, I mean, my hat's off to him. Was he on a block party today? He's been on TikTok though for quite a few years. He's built up his following. He had to go through trials and tribulations like I did. I don't think his went as far as mine have, but also at the same time, I don't think he talked to him like I do. That's what you got to do, Connie. You got to block all negativity because they try to come over and take over your freaking chat, your channel. Oh, I'm sure he did, Connie. I'm sure he did. He got a good following, a good team. Falcon said, best place for a naughty child is out in nature. What the fuck are you talking about, Falcon? How the fuck we go from dogs to kids? I know, Connie. Said he can go live and make between $20,000 and $30,000 a day. I watched the root hauler the other day make like $9,500. Tommy, we got a lake about 8 to 10 miles from here, a decent sized lake. and we got a couple river accesses a little bit farther, but I can't go live and show the lake. I mean, I guess I can if I point it straight at the water, but I got people that like to dox my location and harass people where I'm at. So, like, if I was at that lake and they knew I was there, they would harass the cops down there and tell the cops I was doing something I wasn't, just to fucking harass me, because that's how sick they are. Falcon, you didn't offend me. I was just wondering what the hell you were talking about. Well, Sherry, that's what they do. They have no clue where I'm at. They're just throwing, curveballs out there thinking they know for content, and they don't. Yes, I have had I've had a few experiences with Bigfoot, but only a one experience that I have seen them, and I've seen them for about 15 seconds. Is that from other video people or just people? What do you mean, Tommy? Heather, he claimed he was going to do that on my last court. They actually claimed that they talked to the judge and I was going to jail that day. They're full of shit. The worst scenario they can do is probably follow me home, which I hope they do before I can catch them and call the cops and have them pulled over for harassment. Tommy, it is. I mean, a lot of people that are content creators, they, live in a house, or they live in a house and they do outdoor activities like I do. But if you start out as a content creator like I did on TikTok, there is people that call themselves awareness groups. They're actually bullies. And if you start to make money on TikTok, they can make content off of you by talking all bad about you and call you a scammer and stuff. And I got these people that just are obsessed with me, that will not leave me alone. They always want to screen record my lives. They always want to talk bad about me, about my significant other. Just tell people how we're using people, playing people. We don't make nobody gift me. Nobody is made to gift me. But what they do is try to make it look like we're using these people to gift us. And I mean, how the fuck's that possible? No, they have went real life on me. They have went real life on me. You're exactly right. FFS, you're exactly right. And you know, their other tactic is to watch people that gift me on TikTok. And what they'll do is they'll send them messages. And if they don't listen to their messages and stop gifting me, they track down who they are if they can. Then they start harassing their jobs to get them fired, to get them off my page. FFS, they are the biggest scammers ever. They are the biggest scammers ever. What they try to do is discourage your gifters to believe what they're saying and to get them over there to start watching their content. And once they're watching those content, they see people start gifting them. Then the people that used to be my old gifters, they start freaking gifting them. My agent just said my ACU on TikTok is eligible for Live Pro. What the hell does he mean? What's an ACU? It's eligible for what? What do you mean, Texas Proud? I don't know. My agent on TikTok just sent me a message. My agent sent me a message and said that I'm eligible for Live Pro on TikTok. And I messaged him back and said, you got to have gifters to be eligible for Live Pro to even do anything like that. But he says I'm missing one requirement. Oh, I don't make that many. I don't make those diamonds in a month. I don't make those much diamonds in a month. I watch this guy play video games there. There's a whole group dedicated to bothering him. It's called Stream Sniping. Tommy, it's something like that. It's they what happened, Tommy, because there's new people in here, it's on TikTok too, is back at the end of last May, I was doing pretty decent on TikTok as far as my channel growing. And I had to leave my winter camp where I was at because it was spring into summer. And I started doing battles about a month before that. And we were doing really good in battles. I had a really good team. And because I was making good money and I was living in a tent at the time, they tried to say that I was a scammer. And, you know, I got really offensive over it because I've never been in a situation like that. And I didn't know how to handle it. You know, it's just like to me, it's, you know, no difference than somebody facing you face to face, telling you you're a liar and all this stuff's going on that you've done that you have not done. You know, and all I was trying to do was defend my channel. But the more I try to defend my channel, the harder they went with me. And they have they've accomplished their goal, in which I'm not saying I'm innocent, because I would straight talk dirty to these people. I would straight cuss them out on live, everything else. They just kept going and kept going. I mean, I had a blue heeler. They stole my fucking dog. They kept going and going and going, and they won't leave me alone. They just harass and harass and harass. ACU is the average number of viewers at any given point. It measures the live engagement on your stream.